Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have it all, while others lose everything in the blink of an eye? Imagine if there was just one moment, one fleeting thought that could decide whether you step into a life of greatness or lose your biggest opportunity forever. What if I told you the secret lies in your ability to control your mind? Today, I've got a story for you that just might change the way you look at your thoughts for the rest of your life. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon so you never miss a powerful lesson that could transform your journey. Let's get right into it. Picture a little town, tucked away from the rush and noise of the world. There lived a young man who led a life defined by struggle and honesty. Every morning, he'd lace up worn-out shoes, walk the dusty streets, searching for work, and come home exhausted but never defeated. Even though life gave him little, he clung tightly to his values, always honest, always determined to do what's right. On one particular day, after hours of fruitless searching, he was trudging home with a heart heavier than usual. Suddenly, a frail voice called out, "Is there anyone who can help me carry something?" He turned and saw an elderly traveler beside the road, surrounded by 3 massive duffel bags. "I can help you," the young man replied immediately, glad for a chance to earn even a little. The traveler explained he needed to reach the next village, a long journey he couldn't manage alone. 2 bags were all he could handle. The third was too much. "Carry this for me," he offered, "and I'll give you 3 gold coins." The young man didn't hesitate. Lifting the bag onto his shoulders, he grunted under the weight. "It's full of bronze coins," the traveler explained kindly. "That's why it feels so heavy." They set off together, step by weary step, making their way along the lonely road. But as they walked, the young man noticed the traveler watching him out of the corner of his eye, a look of deep suspicion. The thought arose, "Does he think I'll run away with this bag?" But the worker dismissed it. He knew he was no thief and promised himself to keep his actions honest. Yet life always finds a way to test us. At a wide, rushing river, the traveler stopped. "I'm sorry, I can't cross with these 2 bags," he admitted, his voice trembling. "If I try, I might drown. Could you take 1 more bag for me? I'll pay you 3 more gold coins." The young man agreed, though annoyance crept in when the traveler demanded a promise. "I have to trust you won't run away. This bag is full of silver coins." Frustration flared, but he said nothing more, hoisted the 2nd bag, and made it across the water. His mind was still clear and focused. Honest work, fair pay. After the river, a steep hill loomed. He began the climb, sweat dripping down his forehead, while the traveler remained at the bottom. "Come on," the young man urged. "I'm too weak," came the reply. "I can't climb with this last bag. Maybe you can carry it." But now the traveler seemed even more reluctant to trust. "This one's filled with gold coins. If you run off, there's nothing I can do. I have to depend on your word." Patience was wearing thin. "I'm not that kind of person. I quit my last job because they asked me to lie. All I want is to sleep with a clear conscience." Convinced, the traveler handed over the last bag and asked him to wait at the top. And this is where the true test began. As he walked ahead, the bags dragging on his arms, a subtle change took place in his thoughts. A whisper crept in. "Why not keep the bags? The traveler can't stop you. Here is enough to end your struggle, to give you everything you've ever wanted." The whisper grew louder. Take the coins. Build a new life. Why should an old traveler keep so much when you have so little? You could have comfort, respect, freedom. Temptation 1. The young man ran all the way home, adrenaline pulsing through his veins. His mind raced with dreams of silver, gold, and a future finally within reach. But when he tore open the first bag, it was filled with stones. The second, stones again. The third, more stones. At the bottom, a folded note. Confused, he unfolded it and read, "I am the ruler of this land. I have no family or heir. I have been searching for someone honest and true, someone I could trust to inherit all I have built. If you had resisted temptation, you would have been that person. But you let your thoughts betray you." He collapsed. His dreams turned to dust. Let's take a pause here. If this story has got you thinking about how to control your mind, hit that like button and tell us in the comments. Have you ever struggled to keep your thoughts in check? And what helped you through it? The lesson is clear. All his life, this man worked hard, stood by his values, and resisted temptation. But in one crucial moment, when the pressure was greatest, he lost control of his mind. A single negative thought grew into an action that destroyed his future. That's the power our minds have over us. Mastering your mind doesn't mean never having doubts or desires. It means choosing which thoughts you allow to stay and which you let pass. Every decision, every action, every habit begins with a thought. If you nurture negative, destructive ideas, they can grow into actions you'll regret forever. But if you cultivate patience, honesty, and gratitude, you set yourself on a path that leads to success and peace of mind. There's an old saying, not even your worst enemy can harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Every major achievement, every crushing failure, they begin in the mind, with the smallest seeds of thought. Control your thoughts, and you gain control over your words, your actions, and ultimately, your destiny. So how do you master your mind in daily life? It starts with discipline and awareness. If you let every stray wish, every doubt, every impulse guide you, you'll be pulled in all directions. But when you practice observing your thoughts without judgment, you begin to create space. That space gives you freedom to choose. Our thoughts are like seeds. Plant anger, greed, jealousy, and you'll harvest chaos. Plant patience, gratitude, and honesty, and your future becomes a garden. The difference is not luck. It's the discipline to choose what seeds you water. Every single day is an opportunity to train your mind. Notice your thoughts. Challenge them. Pick the ones that serve your highest purpose, and let the rest pass by like clouds. Each of us faces moments like the man in the story, opportunities to take shortcuts, betray our values, or give in to fear. But every moment also carries the chance to pause, to breathe, and to choose differently. Remember this, the future isn't decided by random chance. It's decided by the thoughts you choose today. Guard them, guide them, and let them build the life you deserve.